We are here with Mr. Maddox. We did Oscars with you a few weeks ago, and everybody loved seeing you on the show because we never get to see you on the show. You are also into technology, which fits perfectly into our conversation for today. A few days ago, I actually went and talked to Miss Lamb and a couple of other teachers about ChatGPT, and I was shocked that no one really knows about it. Students don't really know about it either. And I'll be honest, students, the tool is so nice that I didn't know if I really even wanted to do a whole big spiel about it or not. But I think the cat is essentially getting out of the bag at this point. So I wanted to talk about it and talk with you about it because Ms. Lamb said that you actually did know a little something about ChatGPT.
Yeah, so I first heard about ChatGPT on a podcast, and they were just talking about things that they were making predictions for the coming year, like what was going to really explode, and that was one of their predictions. So I'd heard about it there, and I was like, okay, cool. And then at a training I was at last month, one of the presenters showed us ChatGPT.
Did they
and
do
I
an
was
example?
blown away.
Live?
Yeah, blown away. Yeah.
Right. So students, if you're not familiar with ChatGPT, and teachers, because apparently most of you aren't, it seems, it is artificial intelligence. Really big story coming down the pike today. Actually, a large group of tech giants, including Elon Musk, Steve Wozniak, like this massive list of people have signed a petition to have Congress put a 6-month hold on all development of artificial intelligence, because quite a few of those guys are sounding the alarm on all of the dangers of what this technology can do. ChatGPT has come online. It really got heavy last year is when people started really using it. But this artificial intelligence is able to write papers, do essentially it can do pretty much any type of work. It can code websites for you. It's staggering. Let me give you a couple of examples. You could say something like, write a 6-page paper, and you could submit ChatGPT a little of your writing samples, and it can kind of assess how you write and then write the paper. For a lot of people in the industries, for what we would call menial tasks. A good example, hey, I need to write a recommendation letter for somebody at work. ChatGPT will just spit it out for you. It'll look like you're writing. You can give it a few details about the person you're writing about, and it makes a phenomenal paper for you. A lot of college students are using it for research because it actually can format ALA and all of the actual research paper formats for you. Microsoft has currently invested $3 billion into ChatGPT with a promised investment of $10 billion, which they have. Forbes reported that they estimated a $10 billion investment into ChatGPT. They are actually going to put ChatGPT within Bing and then hook it into all of the Microsoft apps. So if you open PowerPoint and you say, I got to make a PowerPoint on Napoleon that is 12 slides long, ChatGPT will just spit out the PowerPoint. She can say, I need some pictures in it, and ChatGPT will just lay the pictures in the PowerPoint and do it for you, essentially. So staggering what it's capable of. It can write music, it can write songs, it can essentially do pretty much anything. Here's some things that ChatGPT in testing recently did. It passed all 3 parts of the U.S. medical licensing exam. It passed the multiple choice portion of the bar exam.
Yeah.
It earned a B on the final in the University of Pennsylvania Wharton School.
MBA?
In seconds, like the thing just...
Yeah, it'll do anything in seconds. And it looks like it's going in fast forward almost, like when you watch a video of it. But it's crazy. I mean, like, they showed us how it could write lesson plans. You could type in, like, write me a 90-minute lesson plan on teaching theme for a 10th grade English class. And there you got one in like 5 minutes.
Yes. It is the fastest growing app in history. 100 million users within the first few months. It has outgrown TikTok, all of the other apps that you're thinking of. This one has already dwarfed all of them. It will be the most expensive piece of IP probably in history. It's scary to see where things might be heading in the future. What are your takes and your thoughts on ChatGPT?
Yeah, it's just like with anything new. I think it is a little scary.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it like the capabilities are endless, and I mean, it's just to think like how, it wasn't that recent when like we didn't even know what AI was, and now it can do all these things that it takes us hours to do, and it can spit it out in seconds. So I think my first reaction is just it's scary. The second thing is like, how can we use this? Because it's just like any technology. At first, when it comes on, it's kind of like, oh, let's ban it, let's stay away from it, let's not use it. But then it kind of turns into, okay, how can we kind of like mold this into something that's useful? So that's kind of what I've been thinking about a lot recently, is how can we use this, to kind of make our lives better. And I think that's what it's for.
Yes, it will definitely improve our lives as a tool. What many experts, because many of you are thinking, why are they wanting to ban it? Like, what is it going to be like a Terminator movie where it like destroys the earth? I don't think that's what people are as nervous about. What they are nervous about is experts say that 80% of the jobs in the United States, 80% of the jobs in the United States can have at least 10 to 30% of that job cleared using tools like ChatGPT. So what I think the concern is, how many people could potentially lose their job, because if you can put a piece of artificial intelligence in to spit out recommendation letters and papers and do research, then are you going to pay somebody's salary to do that job?
And it's just going to force us to change. Like as teachers and educators, we're going to have to be more creative in how we assess our students, because now maybe just ask them to write a paper is not going to be a true measure of their learning.
Sure.
So it's going to force us to change.
Well, and certainly we have to all, students and teachers, learn to be more critical thinkers and learn to be problem solvers, because we do have a lot of amazing tools at our disposal these days. It's going to be interesting to see how we take these technologies, how we take these tools, and how we use them for good.